Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Jason from the Brash Brigade. Hey, happy Warncliffe Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a good week. You know what I mean? Real quick, before I start the video of the Terrain 365 ballad song. And real quick, if I sound lispy, I have this like plate in my mouth right now. I just had some teeth pulled yesterday. It was pretty gnarly. But anyways, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do. If you don't follow me at the Brass Brigade on Instagram, please do that also. And if you're interested in the SG gripper, a knife I designed that I'm having produced, just stay tuned because there's going to be more info on the pre-order, estimate on the lead time and the price. So yeah, I should hear back from the OEM I'm going to be working with in the next 24 hours. And as soon as I find out, you guys will find out. But yeah, just want to start seeing if people would be into buying this. I'm going to price it very reasonable. Like, I'm not going to leave much of a profit margin for myself because this is more something I want to do just because I wanted to design my own knife, to be quite honest. So anyways, without further ado, let's review the Terrain 365. That's the company, the knife. This is their balisong. This is a Daryl Caston, and he's from something called D-Rocket Design. Believe this is a collaboration. That's his little logo, the rocket, right? D-Rocket, makes sense. The blade is a flat grind, M390 blade steel, right? Very cool knife. So check it out. When I ordered this, I was like, I want a butterfly knife. Right? Like the only butterfly knives I've held before this were like the ones that were $16 that I had when I was 14, right? Like super cheesy, probably bought them at a liquor store, right? And wow, when I got this thing in the mail, I could not believe the quality of just, dude, the build quality on this thing is amazing. Like when I say stuff like, oh, tight tolerances, I don't just mean that the blade's solid. I mean like every piece just melts together. Like, see those little divots right in there on both sides? Those are for that little pin right there. And they sit perfect in it, in those little divots. I mean, just look at the machining. Look at how smooth and knocked down everything is. Pocket clip actually works really, really well. Another cool thing is when I was waiting for this, following it, the tracking, and you know how we are. I thought for sure there was going to be a bunch of like blade play because we're not dealing with one pivot, we're dealing with two. This runs on bronze washers and super smooth and no movement, left, right, up, down, like none. And it's not even locked right now. So I thought that was pretty impressive, right? Yeah, so real quick, I'm going to give you guys some specs on this, and then we'll start the Brass Brigade scoring process. So the overall length is 4.875 inches. The blade is 2.125 inches with just under 2 inches of cutting area. Closed, this thing is only 2.75 inches long. And it weighs 1.6 ounces, which is fucking nothing. It's like a Bic lighter, right? So yeah, anyways. Again, cost me $250. For that $250, it came in this little pouch. All right. At the Brass Brigade, I have a 40-point scoring system, right? You can get 10 possible points in each category. For comfort carry, this got a 9. So, when I was waiting for this knife, and some people would call this like a novelty knife, right? Backup knife, fifth pocket knife. I thought for sure it was going to be uncomfortable. I was like, it's small, how ergonomically friendly can it be? Well, it's really ergonomically friendly. And I actually have another small knife to compare. So I can get full 3 fingers on it, right? And I'm not even on the blade. I'm like right there. See what I'm saying? And it has this little bit of jimping, which honestly, I don't even use that. I put my thumb up kind of on that swoop right there. And wow, you can feel that nice leverage you got. No like weird hot spots or anything like that. I don't feel anything. It feels really nice. Like, let me show you guys something. Like my Something Obscene Mini Nemly. Oops, that was me. total fail. Anyways, my mini Nemly, it's super wicked, but I would almost call this a 2-finger knife because, yeah, technically my 3rd finger is on it, but it wants to like slip off. And it's just, this thing feels like blade heavy or front heavy, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel well balanced at all. Whereas this, dude, it feels really well balanced. Like, I was pretty shocked on how comfortable this thing actually was. So yeah, pretty stoked on that. The pocket clip, I was like, oh no, you know, there's not enough, you know, gap from the scale to the clip end, right? Like, it wouldn't go over the pants easy, and it actually does. I was surprised. So yeah, it goes in easy, stays put, right? Not too much tension on it, right? It's perfect, right? Small knife, you don't need a bunch of tension on the pocket clip because it's not holding in, you know, very much weight or whatever. So yeah, yeah, it gets a solid 9 for comfort carry. I mean, for such a small knife, yeah, it did very well. Build finish, it's a 10. I mean, it's a 10. So whenever I give knives build finish scores of say 9 or 10, at that point, once they get into the 9s, I try to find like some, you know, inconsistencies, maybe quality control, like things that got overlooked. But on this, I can't find anything wrong with it. Like, I really can't. It's done super well. Check this out. So the pocket clip, they like notch out the scale and it's like seamless. I mean, there's a seam, but you can't feel it. It's like perfectly smooth. See what I'm talking about? Here, let me try to get that better for you guys. So yeah, I'm just really impressed with the build finish on this thing. You know, flat grind, M390, I think I already said that. But yeah, it gets a 10. It really does. This thing is built extremely well. What else? So price value, I gave it an 8. I mean, it's priced very well, actually. $250, right? That is not that bad considering like something like this was $380. This was $130 more than this. And this might look more wicked, but this is more comfortable and more practical. So one of my buddies at the shop goes, oh, well, that looks real practical, like kind of fucking being sarcastic. And I was like, oh, really? Okay, you're going to the chick's house, right? It's freaking, you know, Christmas dinner. Pops ask if you have a knife to, whatever, open a package, so on, right? If you pull this out, they're not going to bat an eye. You pull something like this out, they're going to be like, what kind of serial killer is my daughter dating? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there absolutely is a time and a place for this knife. This is something I would definitely take with me when I'm wearing like board shorts or you know what I'm saying? Like maybe going to be around some family, maybe a PTA meeting, right? Church. Like this absolutely would, you know, fill like some needs I would need this type of knife for. I'm not going to carry around a fucking Praetorian Genesis, you know, to church or something. So yeah, this absolutely is, yeah. So $250, like I said, this one was $380. I gave it an 8 only because I did look around for a while and I did see some knives in the micro, you know, size category that were quite a bit cheaper than this, but I can guarantee you they weren't built as good. So 8 is not bad by any means. That's a good score. So yeah. Cool factor? Oh, you already know. It's a 10. That's why I bought it. A fucking butterfly knife? What? Dude, the last time I had one of these, literally I was in like junior high, right? I was watching all the ninja movies, would beg my mom for the fucking $4 Chinese star, right? Like fucking, you know what I'm talking about. This thing is super cool and kind of cute, right? Like if I have any knife that you would call cute, this is it. And I mean that in a good way. Because this is totally functional. Realistically, this is going to be able to do anything all my other bigger knives are going to be able to do. Because let's be honest, I don't think there's a task I would try to do, say with the SG gripper, that I couldn't do with that. If that makes sense. If we're being honest. I mean, I don't know how hard use you guys use your knives, but hard use to me is like opening a box from Amazon. So all in all, this is a great knife. I gave it a score of 37. Anything above a 35, I like highly recommend. These are still available as of this morning. They only have this one and M390 left. They have another variant which is sold out, but shit, this one, I mean, yeah, this is going to do the job. So yeah, Highly recommend this one, especially if you're looking for kind of like a cute, you know, good for the holiday season coming up type knife, right? This is absolutely perfect for that. So anyways, guys, stay tuned. More info on the SG Gripper soon, like this week soon. And hope you guys have a good Warncliffe Wednesday. Stay safe, shoot straight. Yeah!